We'll kick things off with the big news out of Washington, D.C., where House Republicans just ended this year's session with a very special Christmas gift for Joe Biden.
This morning, House Republicans are pushing ahead with an impeachment inquiry into President Biden, despite finding no evidence of wrongdoing in nearly a year of investigations. The inquiry is focused on allegations that the president abused his power to enrich his family and whether he made decisions while vice president to boost his son Hunter's businesses.
During a heated floor debate, Democrats accuse Republicans of acting on behalf of twice impeached former President Donald Trump ahead of next year's election.
Welcome to the Donald Trump revenge show.
Even some Republicans openly admit they've seen no hard evidence.
I'm going to just follow the facts where they are, and the facts haven't taken me to that point where I can say that the president's guilty of anything.
With the presidential election less than a year away, several Republicans seem to say the quiet part out loud.
What are you hoping to gain from an impeachment inquiry?
All I can see is Donald J. Trump 2024, baby.
This has been, I think, the most transparent political congressional investigation since I've been in Congress.
Man! Ow! I hate when I slip up and say the thing I totally mean. Republicans have been searching for a year already, and so far, it seems like Biden's only crime is having a messed up son, which would be a terrible precedent to set. I don't want to see Tom Hanks go to jail. To be fair, we can't say for sure whether Biden ever did anything shady with his son's business dealings. Their story has changed over time. But we do know that Republicans don't actually give a shit about people profiting off the presidency because Donald Trump was the president. He had so many schemes going on. Running the country was basically his side hustle. Republicans just want a headline that says Biden impeached. They don't care if it's legitimate. It's like how I told the art department to make this magazine cover of me winning sexiest bitch of all time in Enormous Penis Quarterly. You don't even have to speculate about whether this is politically motivated because you literally have a GOP congressman just shouting out Trump 2024. This whole thing is such a piece of theater. I'm surprised Lauren Boebert's not in the crowd giving someone a handy. It seems like impeachment is just something that's going to happen to like every president now, which is not at all how it's supposed to be. There should be an extremely high bar for impeachment, and that doesn't mean Hunter being extremely high at a bar. But let's move on, because I don't want to give the impression that Congress is completely distracted by this impeachment stuff. In fact, the same day they were dealing with that, they still found time to tackle one of the biggest issues facing the country today.
School kids are going to have another drink option in their cafeterias very soon. The House just passed the bill allowing schools to serve whole milk. Several regulations have limited what kind of milk kids could have since 2012. The Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act will give kids the options of whole or reduced and low-fat milks.
The nutrients in whole milk, like protein, calcium, and vitamin D, provide the fuel Santa needs to travel the whole globe in one night. If whole milk is a good option to fuel Santa's extraordinary Christmas Eve journey, then why isn't it an option for American school children in their lunchrooms?
Okay. I don't know if that's the best argument. How much energy does milk give you if Santa has to stop and drink more at every house? Santa doesn't need milk. He needs one of those Panera lemonades. Woo! Oh, I'm done with all the nice kids and it's only 10:30. Screw it. Let's give the naughty kids gifts too. I'm invincible. Now, this bill passed with bipartisan support, but it was a particular priority for Republicans, which makes sense. I mean, you can't look at this party and tell me you're surprised they're obsessed with milk. By the way, are kids really out there demanding whole milk? They're school kids. They want Capri Suns, or at best, milk-flavored vapes. But I gotta be honest, there is actually a good reason, like, not to expand milk options for kids. Milk is kind of disgusting. Like, isn't that weird? Like, that we drink milk as a species? It's not your mom's milk. It's not even your friend's mom. It's like a completely different animal. Ugh. Milk is so gross, except for chocolate milk. That's really yummy. And finally, it's that time of the year where everyone is headed to their office holiday parties. It's the big night where you get to see which one of your coworkers is married to an Uggo. Usually, a holiday party is a chance for everyone to have fun together, but for the Boston Mayor's Party, it was a VIPOC's event only.
Mayor Michelle Wu gives hugs and gifts to the outgoing councilors during the final Boston City Council meeting of the year. But not everyone is feeling the love after the city disinvited the white councilors to a holiday party. 7 News obtained this email sent to all the city councilors Tuesday. It is from one of the mayor's staffers and reads, "I cordially invite you and a guest to the Electeds of Color holiday party." But 15 minutes later, another email went out, that staffer clarifying, quote, "I did send that to everyone by accident. I apologize if my email may have offended."
I think we've all been in a position at one point where an email went out and there was a mistake in the recipients, and so there was truly just an honest mistake.
I do find it divisive, but, you know, what are you going to do about it? You don't want me at a party, I'm not going to come to parties.
I feel bad now. Guys, come on, let him come to the party. This is rough, all right? This is rough. They planned a party just for the people of color, and then they accidentally invited the white people, too, and then they uninvited them. Like, it's a whole mess. And I'll be honest, this is actually a tough one for me. I understand where they're coming from, right? I've been to too many parties where one of my coworkers asks me if I know Seema Auntie from Indian matchmaking. And I do, but, like, that's not the point. And listen, white friends, I know what you're thinking, but your coworkers aren't excluding you from a party so that they can talk shit about you. That's what our WhatsApp group is for. But be that as it may, okay, in this case, the invitations already went out to their white colleagues. Y'all, come on, at that point, it's too late. Your only option is to say the holiday party this year will center and honor the narratives of the BIPOC community, and then nobody's going to want to come. For more on the fallout of the Boston holiday party scandal, we go live on the scene to Troy Iwata. Troy, don't identity-based parties like this hurt the feelings of the people they leave out?
You know, maybe, but I wouldn't know, because I'm half Japanese and Jewish and gay, and I look kind of white, so I've never been excluded from a party in my life. And I never will, because that would be a hate crime. So, yeah, I go to them all. The American Jewish Council's annual Hanukkah Hobnob, the AAPI BYOB, the KKK Christmas Kegger.
You go to the KKK holiday party?
Okay, one word. Open bar that's free.
That's 4 words. What's in that cup? The point is, if you're going to exclude people from your holiday party, why announce it? Just like meet quietly for drinks. That's what I did on my birthday.
Oh, Cal, that's so sad. There's no point in having an exclusive party if everyone else doesn't know how exclusive the party is. Okay? Denise, the woman who accidentally sent that email out, she did that on purpose. Like, oops, I guess you found out I'm attending a private soiree this weekend. How embarrassing. I see what Denise did. I love Denise.
Right. But, dude, you still have to work with all those people. Like, isn't it less awkward to just invite everybody?
No, frankly, the only reason to invite everyone is so you can stand in the corner and talk shit about your coworkers. A party is a lot more fun if you can be like, don't look now. But Keith brought his ex-wife as a date. Like, we don't know.
He did? God, move on, Keith. Wait, focus. Troy, leaving people out feels cruel to me.
Okay, well, we can talk about that tonight at the Daily Show holiday party for gay and Asian on-camera talent. It's called the GAAOCT, the GAAOCT.
Wait, but that's just gonna be you and me. That's not a party.
That's like the perfect party. We don't have to remember anyone's names. I don't have to make a second tray of potato skins because someone's vegan this week. And we already know who our secret Santa is. I got you nothing. You have enough stuff. Plus, when we get tired, we can just Irish exit each other.
Oh, I feel like the term Irish exit is offensive to Irish people.
Okay, well, they're not invited. So it's just us Asian, gay, half Jews.
I'm not half Jewish.
Cal, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to rescind your invitation. This is just a very exclusive party.
Sounds like it's just you at home alone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the ultimate party. I'm gonna order takeout and I'm gonna watch The Holiday.
Yeah, that's fair. Troy Iwata, everybody!